Apparently Faker couldn't lift his arm. It's all speculation, so before we begin, there's a bit of speculation right now that Keria is going to sub in for Faker in mid lane, which sounds pretty wild. I'm not sure why they're not using... I guess they don't... I don't know the context of their academy teams and stuff like that, but maybe they think it's better to put in Keria mid and then the sub support rather than their sub mid. It was revealed in a Korean article that during the interview after Nongshim match, Faker told the reporters he couldn't lift his right arm due to pain, so through the whole interview session he only had his left hand with a microphone on the table, while his right hand was hanging. I'm not sure what this link is. He left his right arm hanging. People are saying, will Faker come out against DRX? It's a global issue. His pain was revealed after the first round against Nongshim. Bengi said, so it was Bengi actually who said that he couldn't lift his arm due to the pain during the photo shoot. Faker said, I have personally had external issues lately, so the lack of performance seems like to have an overall effect. It seems that the influence was a little big. I'm currently in the process of treatment, so it's difficult to say. Even in 2021, during the 10-man roster under Yang Dae-in, he never expressed his satisfaction. Wait, what's going on here? Are they talking about the replacement? Sky is their sub mid laner, I think, and their coach. He's registered on the roster, but it is only to meet the international competition standard of the 6-man roster, and the possibility of participating is low. Currently, the T1 Challenger team's T1 Esports Academy has 2 mid laners, Forb and Nice. If it was a call-up, Pobby would be more likely than Nice. This is because Nice has participated in the LCK Summer Round 1. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things getting lost in translation here, but I think what they're saying is they're maybe going to put in a sub mid laner, or they're going to put Keria mid. Because apparently, Keria has been spamming in solo queues and spamming mid lane, apparently. I don't know if this thread's going to show it, but Keria in solo queues and playing Tristana, LeBlanc, Yasuo, Orianna. So people are contemplating whether he's going to go mid. A fun post on FM Korea made the atmosphere a little lighter. T1 fans, it is not that I don't understand your wish to give your arms to Faker. Apparently at dawn, T1 Wolf was chatting with his viewers, and once they were asking how is Faker's injury and if you have to sit out, Wolf wrote, it's unfortunate, and didn't elaborate any further. It's a case Bout is called up, he will be the oldest player on the roster. In case Bout is called up, he'll be the... Jesus, man. 2002, 2002, 2002, 2004. They're all babies. Just for context, Faker is 96. So you've got Guma, Keria, Owner, Zeus, all 2002 to 2004. Faker is 96. A substitute coming in called Bout, who's 22 years old, is the oldest player on that roster. That's how young these players are. That's mind-blowing. I would be very surprised if Faker plays this week, especially against DRX, who's a team that they should beat, because DRX is last place. Is it really worth straining his arm or his hand anymore just to get a win against DRX? I think they could sub in anyone and win, probably, because of their 4-man core is too strong. But this sets a really weird precedent, because this has knock-on effects, right? Like, I feel like, from my experience, I used to have a lot of pains in my wrist. I don't know where exactly wrist pain is, but I had carpal tunnel, and it's not something you can get rid of. It's only something that you can suppress and like take care of. So when I had pain and I looked after it and it like slowly went away, when I went back playing really hard again, it would come back in like every now and then. It would come back every couple days a week, and I had to like play with like an ice pack on my wrist. Then it would go away for like 2 months and it would come back. So, I don't know, depending on his pain, it could be something that's there forever. And he has to monitor it really well, which can affect his practice. And that means that the thing is, when it's so stagnated, when you get the pain, like, he could be fine during all of summer playoffs after a couple weeks. But then during Worlds, it could come back. That's the problem with carpal tunnel and, like, RSI and all this shit in your wrist. It's like, some days it's fine, and some days you just wake up and it fucking stings. Like, it hurts so much. There's also like different parts of your, because I researched it so much, there's also different parts of your hand, like the top of your hand here, these things that connect to your fingers. You can, there's like, I think it's your finger on the left of your pinky, or the next to your pinky. This one has like a nerve that goes up your arm, and this finger goes numb really quickly when you have like RSI and shit, which affects your mouse movement and stuff. So that's the first sign of like you have RSI or carpal tunnel. Is your finger next to your pinky goes numb when you're playing too much. When I first had that and it went numb, I thought like I lost blood in it. So every now and then I would just like massage my finger to get blood in it. Then I realized like it wasn't fixing itself. And that nerve goes all the way up to your shoulder. And then when that shit gets bad, the pain in the arm is fucking unbearable. So wow, I know that Faker is signed to T1 until he's 30 years old. He's signed until 2025, I think. He's gonna turn 2026, something like this. I think he's signed till. No, he's signed for 2 more years. He's signed for 2 more years, but his father said in an interview that Faker won't retire until he's 30. And right now he's 27. So yeah, 2025 he'll be almost 30. Will he continue playing? God knows, but this could be a big problem for T1, who already have some big game problems. And in the series that Faker was playing against Nongshim, he got solo killed by Fiesta, Annie, and Nico. And a lot of people were like, what the fuck, Faker getting solo killed by like a last place mid laner rookie in the LCK, what's going on? I mean, this makes a lot more sense now. I mean, he was probably clicking a lot less than normal, and like the thing is, the pain, not only does it affect your practice, like it makes you want to click less, it also like distracts you so much. Like when you're playing and you can feel the pain, like your brain can't focus. I don't know if that's the reason he died, but you know, it's like definitely like something to think about. So hopefully he's gonna be okay. It's definitely like a really scary thing. I mean, it's definitely career ending, but if he keeps it under control, he should be fine. I think you see people like Uzi are good examples. Flandre, I remember, had it very well. They have like this tape down their arms to make sure that what that tape basically does is, I don't know exactly, but I used to put tape on the top of my palm, and that relieves the numbness in your finger, because what it does is it like pulls your hand up. So when you're holding on your mouse, you're not holding your hand up like that. It's almost like, you know, I'm like holding it like this, you know, so I can just click without having to stress my arm. That's kind of stuff like that. It relieves a lot of the things you need to do in your hand. Yeah, X-Kick has it. So if he has that, that's good. It's just about keeping it under control. It'll never go away, but it's like the less he plays, the better it'll be. So yeah, Faker. God, it's so weird to see, isn't it? But it's like it's something that I never really thought about, and I'm still caught off guard by it. I mean, this guy's been playing 12 years for maybe, let's say on average 10 hours a day is a safe bet. Scrims are 6 hours, 4 hours of solo queue. For 12 years. I got carpal tunnel after 4.5, 5 years. I got carpal tunnel, I started in 2014. I got it by like 2018, 2019. He's been going for 12. That's 3 times longer than me. Not to mention how many more competitive games, how many more scrims he's playing. Like, this guy is playing January to November, 12 years in a row. His December is kind of off, but I mean, you know, last year he made World Finals and MSI Finals, which means he had like 3 weeks break throughout the whole year until the end of until November. The year before that, he made World Semis, which is again, a 1 week less because he didn't make the finals the week after. The whole point is like he's been going crazy. So yeah, I think life always catches up to you no matter what you do and who you are and where you are in life, which is the sad reality of life. And it's all about looking after yourself. That should be the moral of the story here. So look after yourselves. Make sure you're okay. Make sure you get that pain checked out. Make sure you're not neglecting all the pain in yourself, and yeah, give Faker your support. We'll see what happens. Because the DRX T1 game is in 2 hours. So we'll see in 2 hours who's starting for T1, which should be interesting. The staff and players at T1 are the greatest energy fans. Well, recently Faker showed symptoms of pain in his right hand. He underwent through an examination in hospital when his condition did not improve. Fortunately, no abnormalities were shown in the X-rays and MRI results. Decision was made for him to take a break and focus on his recovery today. Today we were aware of many concerns Faker, and we hope to understand his energy. We'll make sure to receive our support. Oh, there's T1 Challengers Academy. Poby will be playing. Poby? Is he good, Poby?
And hopefully Kana doesn't get very far behind this time because he
No.
can be part of these team fights.
Well,
Certainly can. And you also gain
Carrier's not playing mid lane.
Something we didn't really talk about last time around. Insane